I'm Theo Hendrickson, and tonight we're talking about how one student club is kicking its way into OSU.
I'm Megan Davis. Join us tonight as we pay homage to one of Corvallis's most beloved staples.
I'm Allison Headley here in the MU Quad, and we're talking to students and residents about how they feel about the Brew Station closing.
Good evening and welcome to your Tuesday night edition of the Beaver News. I'm Hayden Wilcox.
And I'm Molly Jones. We're glad you could join us this evening.
Rainy weather couldn't keep students away from showing their hard work during this afternoon's undergrad research presentation today in the MU Quad. Today I was given the opportunity to speak with students and faculty about some amazing projects that OSU students have been working on all year.
Poster session of 94 students from across the campus, every college, and a wide variety of majors who've worked with professors. So we have projects going from chemistry to the liberal arts, to psychology, to you name it. It's all over the map. So some of the cooler projects I've seen, and so there's a very cool project, the engineering project back over here, where the students have been working with manipulating how we drive automobiles.
We've digitized your gauge cluster of your vehicle. We've built a custom dashboard and a custom steering wheel to limit the distractions of a modern vehicle. We've gone for the idea of bringing everything such as your climate controls, your entertainment controls, and brought them all to the steering wheel. So everything that you want to do, you can do as the driver, keeping your hands on the road. And it's very, very easy to use and very easy to program.
The premise of my research is using high-resolution topography to understand active faults in South Central Oregon, the Klamath Falls area, to understand earthquake hazards, and then also this is kind of something that we can use to understand how continents move and deform in time.
My experience here has been pretty educational because there's definitely a lot of different realms covered here, but I definitely learned a lot of stuff about public health. There's a lot of big vocab words here that I definitely don't know due to science people, so keep up the good work.
In previous years, this presentation has been held in the MU Ballroom, and supporters of the event were disappointed with the lack of foot traffic. However, with today's weather, students were more than happy to escape the rain and enjoy refreshments while taking a look at some fantastic projects.
Saturday held some sorrow but mostly hope for the future as the members of the OSU Musicians Guild held a farewell concert to say goodbye to graduating seniors. The event, which took place at Avery Park, supplied great food and music with live performances from a variety of bands. The Musicians Guild is primarily a Facebook-oriented ground-level organization used for musicians who want to reach out, set up venues, or find potential band members. The Musicians Guild has open access to anyone interested in growing their love of music.
Well, Wushu is widely considered to be an athletic sport that focuses on the martial arts, and the OSU Chinese Wushu Club definitely gets a kick out of sharing their culture with OSU students.
Tonight, Beaver News reporter Theo Hendrickson has the story.
Thanks, Molly. Sometimes you just have a day where you need to roll with the punches. Well, I got the chance to spend the day with a group of students who are kicking it up a notch.
Please welcome to the stage the Wushu Gang.
A martial arts team made a big splash at this year's OSU Has Talent show in March. After the success from the show, the team decided to start a student club at OSU to train students in the art of Wushu.
Wushu is a more modern version of the traditional Chinese Kung Fu with backgrounds in China, of course. And it traces all the way back to the Shaolin Temple when the monks used to practice self-defense. We teach one-on-one. We move with you. We show you each individual move in full detail. If we see something's wrong, we'll show you right off the bat.
With a core group of 4 to 5 students, they all work hard in the art and also have fun while doing it.
I like doing all the kicks. We do jump kicks in this class, and we do butterfly kicks. We're learning minor hong boxing right now. That's a cool style and a form, and I just like to be able to defend myself if I ever come into contact with someone else. I would continue with Wushu after this. I like to practice it at home and just make sure and practice my forms, make them better.
While the club is still in its infancy stages, Chow has big aspirations for the organization.
I want the club to expand to University of Oregon's Wushu Club Like they inspired me to practice a little harder, like recruit members a little more.
With a bright future ahead, the Wushu Club is heading in the right direction. This has been Theo Hendrickson with the Beaver News.
Well, Theo, that's a really great package. Did you see any particular move that was really cool while you were there? Like, what was your favorite move that you saw?
So what was really nice to see and exciting was that it was a butterfly kick, and that's when they jump in the air and they literally do a 360 kick in the air.
Really?
Really awesome.
That sounds really cool. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Theo. And if you'd like to learn more about Wushu Club, tomorrow night we'll be hosting the Wushu Club president, Raymond Chow, who will be on the show tonight to talk to us more about the club.
Is beer a new source of green energy? If you know beer, then you know Widmer Brothers Brewing from Portland. But what you may not know is that the brewing company is starting their own green revolution. Widmer Brothers has called upon the help of OSU to test a new pilot project that will clean wastewater, recycle it, and use that water to brew more beer, all the while using a fuel cell that simultaneously generates electricity during the process. The brothers wanted to test this theory with Corvallis' startup, Waste to Watergy. The fuel cells were developed by Professor Hong Liu and researcher Yan Zhen Fan in OSU's Department of Biological and Ecological Engineering. The research and testing has been extensive over the years, but the Widmer pilot fuel cell will be the first one they've ever tested in the field. If it succeeds, it could save the brewery upwards of $400,000 a year.
And while we're on the topic of beer, we have to talk about the future absence of a well-known Monroe landmark. The Brew Station has been a prominent place of friendly gatherings with delicious brews of both beer and coffee for the past 6 years. But on June 15th, the Brew Station will be closing its doors for good. We sat down with owner Roger Wiley to take a special look at what made the Brew Station so memorable.
When you're meeting up with friends or need a fun place to kick back and drink a cold or hot brew, the first place on people's lips are the Brew Station. But with its doors closing on June 15th, patrons and owners alike are left with only fond memories.
So we've been in business for 5 years now, almost exactly 5 years. June 1st would be starting our 6th year, and it's just been growing by leaps and bounds every year. We serve between 600 and 1,000 people every day here at the Brew Station. We've always wanted it to be a place where friends come to meet up and where new friends are made.
One of us needed a little bit of a stronger coffee. Some of us needed another stronger beverage, and so you get the option of both having coffee and having beer here, and so that's kind of a nice combination to have.
And we always want to be fair with people, so that's been kind of a business vision of ours, or an ethics point for us. We always want to be fair with our student customers, with our employees, as fair as we possibly can be. So a place where people come to meet up and have a good time.
Being located right across the street from campus, the Brew Station has become the meeting place for students and staff alike, and has truly become a part of OSU culture. This Corvallis hotspot will be missed.
Yesterday, our own reporter Allison Headley went out to speak with students to get their thoughts on Brew Station closure.
I'm pretty bummed because it's such a nice place to hang out during the spring and summer terms, and with it closed, it's just not going to be the same.
Honestly, it was on my bucket list when I'm 21 to, go after class and just have a beer and then maybe go back to class. But, it's just a really fun, after school, hangout place, and it's just kind of it's a shame that I can't experience that.
Well, it sucks. I mean, the Brew Station is an awesome place. It's got a great crowd on Thursday nights, but I don't know, if the rent's going up and they really can't afford to do it, you got to do what you got to do.
I think it's too bad that the Brew Station's closing. They were real good local business, and it's kind of sad when we lose local businesses, because my understanding was their rent got raised and things are just getting more and more expensive as they try to get more and more students, and the population of the school rises. Everything just becomes more expensive.
I'll never get to see myself on that lawn drinking beer at the brew tours when I turn 21.
I'm disappointed, and I hope that they can find a nearby place to still provide us with beverages and foods throughout the day near and close to campus.
Well, it sounds like a lot of students are really sad about this news. Molly, what do you think about the Brew Station closing?
I think it's so sad. I think it's a part of turning 21 in Corvallis. It's being able to go to the Brew Station and have the brew tour. So that sunny days on that lawn have saved me so many times from stressful days. And it's just too bad. It's really sad.
That's too bad. Within the last few days, Oregon State Police have seen an increase in high-end bicycle thefts around Oregon State campus. Over the past 2 months, over 14 bicycles have been reported to have been stolen to Oregon State Police. Only 3 have been returned to the rightful owner. All of the bicycles stolen were secured with a cable lock and were stolen during the daytime. If you see a person on campus that looks suspicious of bicycle theft, you're advised to call Oregon State Police immediately.
Usually Gale Coliseum is filled with student athletes, but on Saturday and Sunday, Native Americans of OSU hosted their annual traditional powwow that was sponsored by Dance and Celebration of their Native Youth. Tonight, Beaver News reporter Ashley Van Pelt has the story.
This is the 37th annual Klatauaina Powwow, organized by the Native American Student Association at Oregon State University. And we are gathering today to honor all the different Native tribes in our area. And we have tribes represented from as far away as Wyoming, Nevada, coming today to dance and to sing. And we have really special honored head staff, really well-known MCs and arena directors. And our host drum is North Bear, who are world champion singers.
Native Americans practice their tradition by drumming and singing to the steady heartbeat of Mother Earth. They dance to honor the ground they walk on and the use of the land. Many of the jingle dancers that were there symbolized themselves as healers. Not only was this a way for younger generations to learn from their elders, it was a chance for outsiders to come out and experience Native American artworks and their culture artifacts.
I use the animals with their totem meanings, and animals have a representational meaning that comes through in our subconscious. And so I use those images in my paintings, especially the hide paintings, the traditional ledger art paintings, so that they have more meaning than just as a painting.
To learn more about Native Americans themselves, because a lot of people, they don't know about us, and they don't know that we still practice our beliefs and our traditions, and this way they can come and they can enjoy it and they can learn.
This has been Ashley Van Pelt with your Beaver News.
I really like the music from that piece, very traditional and down to earth. And speaking of music, it's time once again for our music news beat. Lauren Lamani has our report.
Thanks, Molly. This Thursday, Student Media will be hosting an open house in celebration of groundbreaking of the new Student Experience Center. Students are welcome to come in and take a tour of the KBVR FM radio station and enjoy live music by local Corvallis musician Bodark Basvina. KBVR FM will be hosting our last quad event of the year this Friday, May 24th. This quad event will be like none other before it, an all-day event from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. We will be broadcasting live with some of your favorite DJs, including DJ K Hertz and Captain Walt, and giving away new KBVR swag all day long. Feel free to stop by if you want to request a song, get some new gear, or just hang out with some cool radio people. But the year doesn't end there. We will be having an in-studio concert June 13th with the bands The We Shared Milk, Minden, and Old Age. We will keep you posted on more information for that concert coming soon. But don't forget, Battle of the Bands and Flat Tail Music Festival are coming up soon, and the Pines will be doing a special feature on both events, including a couple exclusive interviews with some of the featured artists. Make sure to stay tuned to KBVR for their coverage. And that's what's going on in music news. Back to you, Hayden and Molly.
Thanks, Lauren. Well, that's all the time we have for you tonight. I'm Molly Jones.
And I'm Hayden Wilcox. We're glad you could join us this evening.
For more of your Beaver News, be sure to watch us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, or follow us on Twitter at Beaver News. Have a good night.